So the element actions. Now we have seen how to identify the element, how to fetch particular group of elements in the child element or in the parent element. All the child elements how to fetch I have shown you. The code also I have given. Now entire page how to fetch all the elements with a particular common locator I have shown you. Now, okay, you identified the element. What action you want to do on that element? So let's discuss on the WebElement methods. The next section is WebElement methods. So we have seen only till a browser methods we have completed. Now we are entering into the WebElement methods. So what are the WebElement methods? So that means on the WebElement you are performing the action. That's the WebElement methods means. So first method is click method. So for this, how to write? Browser reference, that is a driver. Element identification you can do with the find element. And method name is the click action. So you will use directly click method. Very easy to remember. Browser. So where you want to click? On the element, right? That's the element identification can be done by find element method. Then action method, that is click method. So this click method you can use for link, button, checkbox, list box, and ready button. All these elements, so you just click to perform the click action. So that's a click method. So either you can write a direct method, driver dot find element by dot locator of locator value dot click method. So you can get that. Okay. Next. See that. So this one is a driver dot find element by dot locator locator value dot click method. So direct, no. So why you are not returning it? You can ask. This is a void methods. Void method means they won't return anything, right? That's why you should not return anything when you write a click method. And no, you don't want to use directly click method. First, you will identify the web element. On that web element reference, you will call click method. So that is also possible here. So web element name equal to driver dot find element by dot locator value. So that's it. Just object identification. Then this element reference dot click method. And that same element dot sendKeys method. So that means if you are performing multiple actions on the same element, you follow this approach. First identify the element and assign to some variable, web element type of variable. Then that element dot, you can call multiple methods. So that will reduce. So that's the advantage here. If you are only one action you are doing on the particular element, then you can write like this so that you can avoid multiple lines of code. So that is this click method. Next, see here. So driver dot find element by dot xpath dot click method. So there is a submit method. So it is used to submit the buttons or edit box forms or search forms, login forms you want to submit. Then you can use a submit method. So the syntax is browser reference, that is driver dot find element by dot locator value dot submit method. sendKeys method, so value. So sendKeys method basically it will type. Okay, so you want to type something in the where you will type, where you will enter data, which element you will perform that action.
Text boxes.
Text boxes. So this basic information you should know. So this is very important. Otherwise, you go and read this. What which elements you will perform the click action, and what element you will accept entering the data, and all this. It's very important as a tester. So send case of value means it is used to type the value in the edit box. So driver dot find element by dot locator value dot send keys of value. So you can send this value to this element. See that browser, edit box address, and the action. The action is after the element only. So that's how you can type the value in the edit boxes. So there is a clear method. So you want to clear the content in the edit boxes. You can use clear method. So these two are especially for edit boxes only. So before, for example, you want to edit and the previous value is there, you want to clear. First, on that edit box, call the clear method. Then you type a new value with the sendKeys method. So these are the methods you can use for performing the click action. See, you got all the elements here. These 4 elements, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 elements. On 5 elements, you are performing click action only. Then edit box, you are doing a sendKeys method and clear method. And forms you want to submit. Search forms are somewhere, you can use submit method. That's the all WebElement methods we call this. These are not browser methods. Please remember. These are element methods. That means you have to call on the element, not on the browser. You should not call driver.click. You should not call driver.submit. That's wrong. You should not call driver.sendKeys. Driver means what? First, you understand that basic concept. Driver means entire browser instance, entire page instance. You're representing the element, not entire page. So be careful. And if you are clear with this, what is meant by driver, and then you can easily write the code very freely, you will get it. So driver is the browser. In the browser, you are finding the element by this locator. On that element, you are performing the click action. Again, browser reference. In the browser, you are finding the element by locator and submitting the forms. sendKeys of value. So browser reference, you are finding the element by using this locator and locator value, and you are typing this value on this edit box. See, everything after the element only, these methods you can call. Next, clear method, it will clear the content from the edit boxes. Now, okay, so we have seen link button, checkbox, radio button, list boxes, edit boxes. Then what about drop down? How can you select an option from drop down? So this is the code, fixed code you can write. So identify the drop down and assign to a WebElement type variable. That's the first step I just discussed in the locators. Tag name locator I explained, right? First you have to identify the drop down outer element. So that's a drop down. So WebElement drop down name equal to driver dot find element by dot locator value. Then fetch all the drop down options using find elements API. So you can fetch all the options from the drop down using find elements method or API. These are the APIs. And the tag name, that is option tag, and store in the list type collection. See, the comments very clearly mentioned. So that based on the comments, you can easily do that. See, the drop down name, it will come here. Drop down name dot find elements by dot tag name option. So that will return list of web element collection name. So that in this collection, you have all these drop down options, not other drop down. There might be many drop downs in the web page, but this drop down options will store here. Now you have all the options here. Now you iterate using for each loop. So for web element O:(OPTS is the collection name. Then, so system.out.println, the variable dot get text method. You can get the text. You can get the text of that option. And if that text is equal to the one which you want to select, that you pass it here. So this text and which you want to select. So this text both are same. Then, so you ask to click on that element, that option. So it will click on that option, then break it. So break the loop. So break this loop. So that's the how to select an option from drop down. So these two steps is, see till now how many times it repeated. First find elements below we got. Then tag name place we got. So fetching particular parent element inside child elements, that time also we used. Then we have used drop down case we have used, right? So drop down case also we have used. And then so you are using again one more time, right? So you need to remember this entire code. So I just want to see. So you have to write a small method, try it out. Otherwise, I'll tell you tomorrow. So you have to take this bilocator as one parameter, and this option text is another parameter. Two parameterized method you create for this code, and you can call for any dropdown. So try it out, creating a parameterized method using this center code. So you don't need to do anything, just copy paste only, but you have to create a two parameterized. One is bilocator, another one is string locator. Okay, so these are the two parameters you are going to give for this method. Select option from dropdown method. You just give a locator of your dropdown. No need to change here. Then you can give which option you want to select. That option data type is a string type. So that option you pass it here. So that's the how to create a parameterized method. I want to see your Java skills. Okay. Just you don't need to do, you just use your Java skills or Java methods skills. If not, just go and refer our videos, the Java videos, Java methods videos. And if you refer that, you can get some better idea how to create the parameterized methods and how to create a parameters and parameter data type also I explained very clearly. And so those things you can see that, right? So this is the how to select an option from dropdown one way. There is a one more way that we'll discuss tomorrow, but there is a similar code how to select an option from list box. So using list box, you want to select a list of options. How can you do that? So here it is similar. Again, web element first identify the list box. Private dot find element by dot locator value. We don't know locator, so that's why generic. So what I have used there, locator. Maybe you can write when you are exactly dealing with that list box. That list box address you have to give here. Then second step, fetch all the list box options using find elements API, tag name li, and so that difference here and here is, here the tag name is option tag, here the tag name is li tag. That's the difference. And so then you can see list web element option list equal to list box dot, that means parent list box dot find elements. That means in this parent element, you are finding all the elements which are having a tag name li. So yesterday also we have seen, right, many li tags are there. So those all elements will come and store in this list in the order. Sir, which order they will store? List means ordered collection. That we should know. List is an ordered collection. So first element to last element, they will store in the order. Then you iterate with a for each loop for web element O colon option list, and you want to get this option text. So system.out.println, I'm printing o.getText method. So getText will get the text of this element. So if o.getText is equal to my option text, which option you want to select, that you give here, and then click on that, then break it. So this is the same code as a drop-down, only changes here. Remaining everything is same. Okay. So that's all about the locators and then web element methods and their syntaxes. And then please try to write the automation scenario for this one. You have a here. If you go here, automation scenarios, just try for this scenario. Okay. Try to automate. So open the rediff.com. What is the code you have to write?
Driver.get.
Exactly. Nice. So that's a code. So already you got the code what you have to write. Then fetch the current page title. What is the code you have to write?
Get title, driver.get title.
Driver.get title and return that to string type. Okay, store in the string type. Then current page absolute URL. So what is the code you have to write? Absolute URL, which method it will fetch?
Get URL.
Get current URL.
Sorry, get current URL.
Get current URL. So which returns a string type data. Then current page window ID. How can you fetch current page window ID?
Window handle.
No, always getter methods.
Yeah, get window.
So get window handle. Get window handle. So that method you have to do. That's also returns a string type data. So that's the second, do all the code. Now third one, click on create account link. So this one, rediff.com. So create account is a link, right? It's a link. So link means what you need to do? You have to take either link text or partial link text. So are you write XPath or CSS selector, whatever you use. So this is a link means, how can you say it is a link?
A tag.
A tag. So if link means, what is the method you have to call? Which element method you have to call? See here. What is the element method you have to call? I'm asking. Element method means just now we discussed it. Click to, submit to, send. These are the element methods. So for this third step, you have to use a click method. So the click syntax you write driver dot find element by dot locator value dot click method you write. Then type the full name in full name edit box. So when you click on this, it will go to next page, right? and then type the full name. You write the full name here in this edit box. So the edit box means which method you need to call? sendKeys method. So write the sendKeys method syntax. So for the fourth step is sendKeys method syntax. You write driver dot find element by dot locator value dot sendKeys of full name. You write it. Then select female radio button. See, so radio button. What is the syntax?
Click.
Well, so which method you have to call? Radio buttons. Click. So click method. So click method syntax you write. Identify that element and click method syntax you write. Okay. So everything code I am giving. Okay. This one I just now told, right? I just told the method you write and call the method. So day dropdown is different, month dropdown is different, year dropdown is different. So all three dropdowns are different here. So each dropdown you call the method. Whatever the method I asked you to create, that method you call for this dropdown. This dropdown one time you call, this dropdown the same method you call. Method name you can give select option, right? Select option method name you can give, and two parameters. One is the dropdown object identification, and second one is which option you want to select. These are the two parameters you will pass for that method. That's what I told you already. Then once it is done, then navigate back to previous page. How can you navigate back to previous page?
Navigate back.
Driver dot navigate dot back method. So navigate is a method. Navigate is a method. Method dot another method. That is back method. Then close the browser. So how can you close the browser? Driver dot close. So all of the 8 steps you got the code already. Please write and send it to me. So maybe you can post in the WhatsApp or whatever it is, wherever you. So please do that exercise. Okay. If you do exercise only, you will get the coding. Otherwise, it's not. If you're not writing and take it light and it doesn't work out. Okay. Practice.